Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Gloria Atta. Welcome. Several African leaders were in Senegal this Tuesday for the inauguration of President-elect Bassirou Diomaye Faye. Faye won last month's delayed elections, securing 54% of the total votes ahead of his main challenger, ruling coalition candidate Amadou Ba. On Friday, the country's Constitutional Council confirmed him as the winner of the election. Security was beefed up around the presidential palace ahead of the swearing-in. About 15 heads of state attended the event this Tuesday, including Nigerian President and Chair of the Heads of State of the West African Regional Bloc, ECOWAS, Bola Tinubu, African Union Commission Chair Musa Faki, and ECOWAS Commission President were in attendance. The lead-up to the election was marred by violent protests after President Macky Sall attempted to delay the vote. Faye was imprisoned and released just few days before the election, following an amnesty by the government. Many in Senegal see him as a symbol of hope, and expectations are high that he will bring about the desired change in the country. The 44-year-old Pan-Africanist has never held an elected office, and he was sworn in a ceremony in the new town of Diamniadio, near the capital, Dakar. The formal handover of power with President Macky Sall took place at the presidential palace in Dakar.
Devant Dieu et devant la nation sénégalaise, je jure de remplir fidèlement la charge de président de la République du Sénégal, d'observer comme de faire observer scrupuleusement les dispositions de la Constitution et des lois, de consacrer toutes mes forces à défendre les institutions constitutionnelles, l'intégrité du territoire, l'indépendance nationale et de ne ménager enfin aucun effort pour la réalisation de l'unité africaine. Je vous remercie.
Clearview in-house analyst Dr. Hassan Sadiq has cleared the air in the much-talked-about involvement of the president's son, Seyi Tinubu, in the running of the affairs and governance of Nigeria. The public affairs analyst said, inasmuch as Seyi was deeply involved in the 2023 presidential campaigns for his father, he should also be a partaker in the governance of the country. Dr. Sadiq was in the Abuja studio of Clearview to shed light on the burning issue.
In the past, we should realize that most presidential candidates never involve their family and their children in politics to that extent, where Nigerians have the view saying that they keep their children away and use other people's children as stock in terms of manipulating elections and during voting. But when the food is ready, the children now come and take part. In 2023 presidential elections, Seyi has been able to prove it differently, which is a milestone what has brought into Nigerian politics within the presidential candidate family, because Seyi was involved mobilizing the youth cut across and even across the party line, which gave the emergency to the father. Now you could see that if a young man has been able to do that, day and night was in the street campaigning to make sure the father win the primary and now to the general elections. Why the other political presidential candidates, their children were nowhere to be found in terms of the activities from the primary down to the general elections. This is the role that Seyi as a person has placed that brought him to the limelight in terms of taking part. Now, when it now comes to issue of governance, you could see that a young man who has been able to do that has a lot of stake to make sure the policy of the government to a large extent has to be youth inclusiveness. This is the area where Seyi has been playing part so much, to the extent where, if you ask me, if not because his father is the president, Seyi is supposed to be the Minister of Youth, because of the role he has played. After the elections we have won, if you remember, the man also have a youth summit that taking place at the National Stadium that was caused across the party line, making sure that youth are inclusive in governance and even to the emergency of some of them in the political administrations. You could see that the current APC national youth is a young man. So, and other positions. So these are the positions of Sheyi which he has taken part. Now, if you look at it in terms of governance, yes, I agree that there are protocol where the president visits or what he's supposed to do and all that. Those protocol are the one in charge. He is not a protocol officer. If they travel out, they are supposed to see for official visit who they needed to see or not. And outside that, this is the president's son. There's no way anywhere in the world, most of the presidents of American and other countries of the world, they used to travel for official visit with their family. So Nigeria, it is not exclusive. But we should also understand that it is because of the level of Sheyi he has involved in terms of campaigning down to the emergency of President Tinubu. This is what gave Sheyi this platform to be able to be part of the governance and to make sure youth are inclusiveness in terms of the structure and the governance. So Nigeria should not look at it why Sheyi is taking part. Sheyi is taking part solely to make sure what he has said during the campaign, then that activity should also reflect in governance so that youth can be inclusive in terms of governance and other activities that will benefit the youth.
It is a general belief that sports have the power to change lives, heal wounds, and bring people together. It is no secret that while physical activity is important for our health, sometimes getting started can be the hardest task. Our correspondent, Eunice Ella Eze, sought the opinions of some fitness enthusiasts in Abuja who spoke on the importance of sports and physical activities in human life.
According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, regular physical activity can reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and depression by 30%. Physical activity can also improve cardiovascular fitness, muscle strength, and flexibility. It has also shown to increase levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a protein that helps to create new brain cells and improve cognitive functions. While speaking to some fitness enthusiasts on the benefits of physical activity, they say it has now become part of their lives, contributing to their fitness and general well-being.
Physical activity is very important in as much as you don't really need to be a sportsman to be physically fit. When you're fit, I think keeping it makes you healthy, and health is well as well. So in as much as you train, you get fit, and I really want to encourage everybody, regardless, so you can as well train even in your comfort zone. It's not really necessary for you to go out there and play in the football field and everything to get fitness, to keep fit and then healthy as well. Even in your comfort zone, in your room, you can as well do it. The likes of some push-ups and abdominals as well. It will help.
So I used to be 87 kilograms. I weigh 70 kilos now because I've been injured for about a month. But at my smallest, I was about 65, and I was really ripped. I was really strong. Everybody around here could see that improvement. I would also say that it improved like my digestion. It was showing on my skin. But I also think one key part is fitness or exercising also helps you to develop your discipline, and you can apply that discipline to other areas of your life. So I also found that I was more motivated, more able to deal with like high stress situations and things like that.
They therefore admonished Nigerians to imbibe the attitude of exercising regularly as an antidote to staying healthy.
Physical activity is part of one's lifestyle. I think that everybody in one way or the other should try to be physically active. I took up mixed martial arts because I was looking for something challenging and something that could also improve my strength and my agility and my fitness, while also having other benefits in other parts of my life. So I think regardless of what kind of activity, if it's walking, if it's swimming, we should all try to incorporate one part of exercising into our lives because it's also kind of entertaining as well.
The benefits of physical activities are enormous, but are not limited to improving both physical and mental health. Expert says it is never too late to start reaping the benefits of physical activity, whether by joining a sports team or doing simple exercises like going for a walk, bodyweight exercises, stretching, or just dancing around the living room, because every little bit counts. Judith Ella is reporting for Clevy News Desk.
Addiction to pornography has risen to become one of the biggest struggles for many young people, and this usually spawns to their adult years, affecting the overall quality of their lives. Research has shown that nearly half of children between the ages of 9 to 16 experience regular exposure to sexual images and raises serious concerns about children's health and general well-being. In this special report, Clearview's correspondent pieced together signs parents should look out for to know if their children are viewing porn.
Addiction to pornography continues to remain a fierce battle for many individuals all over the world. Pornography addiction affects one's physical, mental, social, or financial well-being and ultimately affects the quality of their lives. This makes one wonder how much impact it would have on a child. Daily, young people continue to struggle with pornography addiction. There is a massive quantity of pornography available online accessible to children of all ages. Research has shown that pornographic content can harm children. Exposure at a young age may lead to poor mental health, sexism and objectification, sexual violence, and other negative outcomes. So many kids find themselves in a vicious cycle of craving and viewing porn. They don't know what to do, how they got there, or how to get out, and many of them are too embarrassed to speak up and ask for help. We all know every parent desires to protect their children from harm's way both on and offline, but unfortunately, it is impossible to be with your kids for every moment they spend. It is therefore crucial that you watch for signs if your child is behaving in an inappropriate way online. Ask yourself the following questions to determine if your kid is exhibiting any warning signs. What is the state of your child's browsing history? Always check your child's browsing history. Regularly deleted website caches, site histories, and other data are clear indicators your child may be watching porn. When does your child use the internet? No child needs to use the internet at night. However, kids with mobile devices may find themselves browsing late at night. If you find them excessively using their tablets or computers in private spaces away from family members, especially during odd hours, it could be an indicator they view porn. Is your kid taking their device to the bathroom? Porn isn't necessarily the only reason a child would take their device to the bathroom. However, the bathroom does offer privacy and a locked door. Those factors make the bathroom an easy place to view pornography without raising suspicion. Is your child quick to change what they are doing online when you enter the room? This is a likely sign that whatever they were looking at before was indecent. Investigate further. Ask your child pointed questions like, what do you do when you are online? Do you talk to people online that you haven't met in real life? Also, check if they have lost interest in activities they once enjoyed. Porn takes over the brain and makes the user dependent on it for stimulus, making everything else seem dull and uninteresting in comparison. If your child has developed that habit of using porn, they need you. There is hope and you can help them along the path of recovery before they lose their identity and self-worth. This won't be a simple process for you or your children. The transition to adulthood never is. Kids will need your patience, love and openness to get through it, and there are going to be mistakes, broken rules, and other situations that would need to be handled with care to keep your kids on the right track to greatness.
You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gloria Atta. Bye for now.